Welcome back to Our Vision Farm. Today I have a pretty interesting video for you guys. I know I am excited to go exploring. So we recently found out that our property is a lot bigger than what we thought. I was always under the impression that our property only went a little bit past this little green ball area because this is where our perimeter fencing ends. And come to find out, we do own 5 acres. We were aware of that, but I thought 5 acres kind of ended somewhere in that area. And we had a friend that came by to do a farm tour. I will link her channel in the description as well, so you guys can go follow her. She also owns a 5-acre farm, and she's going to work on making it a farm from the ground up. But she came over and she was doing a farm tour, and before coming to do the farm tour, she kind of looked up our property on the maps, and she let us know, like, hey, you guys are only actually using about 2.5 acres out of the whole 5-acre plot. So I looked it up on our county website to see how big our property actually was, and she was right. Our property ends all the way over here. This whole 5-acre box, the blue box, is our 5 acres. On our county website, we have 5 acres, and it basically splits it up as 4 acres of high and dry land and 1 acre of wetlands. So I imagine that this is probably that 1 acre of wetlands. Not sure if it's just this little lake part or this whole thing, because I can kind of see dark areas around here. But yeah, there was only one way to find out, so we're gonna go back there and try to see how far we can get before hitting too much water where it's not walkable and it just becomes unsafe to walk back there. But let's go see what's back there and see if there's anything usable back there, which would be pretty exciting. I know for a while we've been saying that we want to move, but I honestly thought this was 5 acres, and I felt like we were quickly outgrowing that area. If we have more usable space back here, that would definitely change things. We might even consider just staying here and trying to make the best of these 5 acres, because land is honestly really hard to come by right now, and it's expensive. And we feel pretty blessed that, especially now finding out that this is 5 acres. We were completely wrong about how big 5 acres were when we first bought the property. I'm excited to see what's back there. My husband's getting a machete because we don't really know what awaits for us back there.
What's a machete?
A machete is like a long knife. We were gonna bring a gun, but the gun that we have doesn't have a safety lock. He didn't feel safe with having it in his pocket like that.
What is this machete called?
Machete, just in case there's any venomous snakes or...
Alligator?
No alligators. We're not gonna go that far, but we're almost there. We're walking to our back gate. This is that area where I showed you in the video, in the Google Maps view, where it kind of cuts off a rectangle, like a triangle shape. It's because there is sitting water there, so it's not really possible to put a fence right there. And that's why I guess whoever fenced off this property fenced it off like this, so it actually cuts a good chunk of our land this way. But this is the back fence that will lead us into the back side of our property. So this is around the area where I thought the 5 acres ends, a little bit past this, but we've never really used this area back here for anything. And we have to take all these pieces of wood out, because before, when we first got our Pyrenees, they were getting through there. They were actually climbing this like a ladder and getting out. So that's why we put all this here. So as you can see, we've never really used this back gate for anything, and the lock is all rusted, so we're gonna cut that and get back there. I know for sure we have usable land right here. This is all dry, but the farther we go in, it's probably gonna get more wet. But we're gonna see how far close to that big lake of water we can get. All right, we're walking towards the back now. Keep going, just keep going forward.
Look, all these are lake.
Uh-huh.
The river. Can we go this way? Or that
So
way?
part of that to the left is our land, but we just have to
Can we
figure
go
out
there?
where it starts and where it stops. But let's just go back here. Woo. And it's very thick. You can't really see. There's no sort of trail or anything. But that's why we brought the machete too, so we can chop down anything that is in our way. Some trees down back here. Hopefully I don't run into spider webs. Ooh. Or snakes. Alright, so there's 2 trees down. Alright, we just got past where that tree was down, and husband's kind of trying to trim the way. So we're past that little area. We're still on dry land. It's just really thick, lots of vines. So we're gonna keep walking back. But everything's pretty dry so far. Right now, this is where we're at based on the phone. So it looks like we're getting to there where the Google Maps shows that we're getting closer to water. Let's see. Let me put the satellite view. But it looks like we're almost to a clearing over here. Yep, we're almost there. Alright, you can see here. Looks like we've gotten to where the water starts.
Already, look.
Yeah, that's really...
Is this the way?
Yeah.
This isn't even the... We're not into the big dark hole yet, but it's the beginning of it because you can see the trees are kind of cleared out a little bit, starting to at least.
Where's our bowl?
And there is water back here. I don't think we're going to be able to go too much farther, but clear out a little bit more so we can see what is on the other side. So here, that's definitely getting deeper. This is so awesome though. This is a good chunk of land though to put animals on, and they can eat all this out, eat all the shrubs and just leave the trees. The sheep will literally devour any greenery over here. I don't want to get rid of any big trees or anything, but they can eat all this fern and all the vines. There's magnolia trees back here. But it looks like it's pretty deep over there, so hopefully maybe we could find a way around it.
I can see the pond.
Yeah, we can put fish back here and fish off our own property.
Hog.
No, it's not a hog.
We're hearing a weird noise. It sounds like a wild hog to me, but my husband says it's a bullfrog. And it definitely hears us because it started panic calling. It's not an alligator. Sounds like a pig to me.
It might just be a wild
That might
hog.
be the wild hog we always hear.
Can we go back?
Yes, it is.
So we can't physically walk past this section right here. I do want to see if we can go around it somehow though. But all that is water over there, and you can see, what do you call those, water grasses? And try to show you right here. My foot is already sinking in, but it's pretty deep in there. So yeah, there's murky green water with algae in it. Alright, let's walk back and try to go maybe around it somehow. See, the problem is we have branches that fell off trees, and then the vines have kind of taken over them. So it's creating literally, like, you can't walk through it unless you machete it down. So we're trying to see if we can somehow go around it and see if maybe There's another way.
We're not, but all we can do is walk.
We're just trying to see where the water ends, where it starts, and how much space we can use back here that's not completely underwater. All right, we got around that thick area, but it looks like we hit water again. But I think it's because it's been raining so much lately, right? I think all this is dry usually because we have trees. Like, there's a tree in the middle of the water over there. I don't think it's usually like this. So this is dark, murky water, and it goes, I can see it all the way over there. So we definitely can't go through here. And this is borderline to the neighbor's side of the property on the right side when looking at the maps. So I think we should try going to the left side to see, because from the Google Maps it kind of looks like there's less of that dark, murky water. But we can't get past this. We could if we had one of those, like those bodysuits. But I'd be scared to stick my feet in there. These boots are not tall enough for that water. I see like, what, 6 inches of water right there. So let's go backwards. Back to where our gate, you see mushrooms? Oh yeah. Back to where our gate is, and then to the left.
Yeah, little minnows.
You see little fish? There's minnows in the water. I saw some little bubbles coming out of the water. Jaden went to check it out. Wow. He keeps clearing out. Yeah?
Tadpoles.
Tadpoles?
Yeah.
Cool.
Look like a frog laid some eggs.
Mm-hmm.
You can see them under the water.
That's cool. Just trying to get to this area over here.
Oh,
We found an owl.
ah, he's so cute. He's little.
Let me see if I can zoom in.
He's looking at
Look.
me.
How do I zoom in?
Yeah, he's trying to make a move.
It's a little baby owl?
Yeah, it's a barn owl.
Oh,
Yeah, don't move too much.
let me see if I can. I don't know how to zoom in with this. It's right there. That brown bird right there.
It's so little. Why are the eyes like
Because he was asleep.
It's cute but kind of creepy. It's giving us the evil eye. So let's get out of its territory and keep walking back here.
That's why. Need to leave that owl
Alright,
alone.
past that little area. Looks pretty clear over here. Like a natural little trail going on.
Leave that owl alone so we can go back to sleep.
Yeah, the owl was sleeping. It just messed with its daytime nap. We got no trees over here, so it's nice and sunny.
That's our first animal we saw.
Yeah.
An owl.
So this is where we're at now. I guess we passed that tree that had fell over. We missed it somehow. But we're still on our property line here. And there's lots of dry space, but with water surrounding it. So we're just gonna keep walking. Our fence line is right there. Not too far off, only a couple feet. Keep walking, Mariah. I can't get through. See over there, there's water. That looks deep. It actually cliffs off in there, so we can't walk through there. You can see my sheep from here. Hi. Hi, Cookie. Trying to see if we follow the fence line. Because right now we are in the area where our property makes like that V-line shape. So instead of going straight like a rectangle like it's supposed to go, it makes that V shape right here. You see that row of trees? That's where we're at right now. But technically, if they would have followed the fence line when they first built this, it's supposed to go straight. So right now we're in this little section. And it looks like it's high and dry next to our fence line. But then we get this water, sitting water right here. And it's deep. But I want to keep trailing around it and see how far we can get. See here, we can't walk through there. That's all water. What is that? Lily pads over there?
Huh?
Lily pads. So I'm gonna try to stick through our fence line. I know that we recently made this fence, so there is no sitting water near the fence line. So pretty much right about here. Alright, so right here, this post right here is our property line. I'm trying to get over here so you can see how our fence goes. You see that big fat post, and then from there our fence makes a V shape. But technically, from this post, if you follow a straight line, that is still our property. So we own kind of a little triangle shape. Our property is supposed to follow that perfect rectangle shape, and right now we're right there. So this is ours, and it just keeps getting wider and wider here. But we have that sitting water that starts just right there. Well, not right there exactly, but a little bit deeper in there. That's where the sitting water starts. But maybe we can start a fence from that big post, straight line it all the way that we can, and try to avoid the water as much as possible. And maybe the water is just a summertime thing. Maybe in the fall and in the winter it's not that bad. We're gonna have to come out here different times of the year and check it out. All right, the fence line again is there. Fat post is there. It's supposed to go straight. Keep going straight. So I guess this is still ours over here. A little bit, but again, definitely not walking in there. That is a big sunken in hole with lily pads and everything. So there's definitely been water for a while there. So I just looked again on the map. This part where this little hole is not ours. This would be the neighbors. So we got to get more to the right of it.
Why do we keep going?
It's so confusing.
Fish.
I gotta find a map with the actual line boundaries.
Whoa! Oh!
What was
That's a
that?
bullfrog!
A frog?
Yeah, bullfrog!
That
I just
water's
was
deep.
sticking in and it just jumped.
Alright, looks like we found that tree that we were talking about that fell.
Yeah. Ow.
So that's where we're at. We're still not
Mama,
even
you were
in the back part. We're right there where that long tree is. And I'm just trying to avoid water as much as we can, but try to get deeper in here.
I'm
As
not
close as we
lying.
can get to that dark area right there. Let's keep going. We're back to where we initially crossed over, where we first hit water, where you can see a clearing of trees. But it is just all water, so we can't cross to the left side. There's no trails. Can't cross to the right side because we hit water over there too. Definitely can't cross through the middle. So all that is water, I think, right? Did you check through here? In the middle? That scared me.
Oh, yes.
That leaf, when I stepped on it, all this is water. We just can't get through here. I wish we could, because we're not even close. We need a canoe.
I'm not
Ooh,
going
that
in
is
with
deep.
the canoe.
It is deep.
I wonder how far. Get to that green area so we can see.
Get to the green area? No, I'm not getting to
The
no
green
green area.
grass
No,
right
I'm
there.
fine.
I want to see how deep it goes.
Yeah, my legs don't want to see how deep it goes. What do you think this is?
Stop swinging that thing.
I'm not in no damn water suit right now.
So right now it looks like we're like on the trail to the big lake. So who knows how deep that lake is.
No, I ain't going in there. What do you think this is?
That monkey.
Look like.
Let me see how far I can get in. Oh man. Here, hold my phone because I might drop my phone in there.
You gonna drop yourself too?
Hold on to the trees.
Hey, nobody told your ass to move. Get back. Stop pressing against my shoulder.
Yeah, it's gonna sink past my boots. I guess we won't be able to see what's back there right now.
Right now, never.
I think we have to wait till everything dries up a little and try to get back here again.
Over here.
No, because the big lake is like all the way back there, probably past those tall pine trees in the back, right? Or do you think that's the big lake where past this?
This thing connects. I don't know what's the big lake.
We need a drone. We need a drone so we
I see
can
a
see.
frog back there.
But this is all water, so we can't get past here. But we got quite a bit that's dry, right? Until we hit water.
And we got 4 meters.
I can get half acre.
So you're sitting in water right now. It's deep.
Oh, it's deep back here.
It almost went past my boot just trying to step into it. So that's not walkable right now at this time of the year. So let's go back. Before we end today's exploration, I'm gonna go a little bit over here to this side. We explored the right side where the little triangle of land is, and we can't get too far back there before we hit water. So now let's see. This is where our property line ends right here. This big post is the left side. So we own right across here. So let's see if we can get anywhere back there before hitting anything, before hitting any water. There might be a nice little strip back here. We could build a fence as far as we can go and put animals back here. Huh? Aloe? Oh, the owl.
There's water up here.
What is that? The metal thing?
Yeah, that kind of metal.
It's a big sheet of metal. Looks like a roof or something.
It's not a leaf.
Looks like a dark water hole that way. This way I don't see water, but all this needs to be cleared out so we can get back there. We are literally having to duck and crawl under this thick brush and vine. The kids are over it. They want to go inside. But I want to keep seeing what's back here because we still have dry land back here. And after this thick brush, it's clear.
Like that, there's a bunch of spiders over here.
It's clear over here. We haven't hit water yet. Huh? Hold on. I gotta crawl over this tree. Alright. Okay. This is open over here.
Fresh too.
What's that?
Something been through here. That's what's that.
Isn't that us that walked through here?
No, I don't think we came through that.
So we have a lot of usable space that we can definitely put animals back here. And I'm not sure, when do you think is our drought season? Like winter, fall time?
Supposed to, yeah, fall.
I think we need to come back here several times in the year to see, because if we can get past this to see the main watering hole, the main big water lake, then maybe there's times of the year that we can do something with this area. But right now it's just not gonna happen. And we keep hearing that noise. It's a frog or a wild hog, so we're gonna take ourselves back home. But we got plenty of space. Like, I don't know how to measure this, but we got plenty of space and plenty of clearing out to do. And then I think as we clear out more and more, we'll be able to see, because right now the brush is just so thick that we can't really see past anything. But once we get the animals to clear everything out, we'll be able to see where the water really starts and ends. But for now, that was pretty interesting to see all the space we have back here. And we can start working with. What do you think about moving or staying here a little bit longer? You.
What?
Oh, on the wrong side. What do you think about utilizing this space instead of being in a hurry to find another farm? Or do you still want to find a property that's going to better suit what we want to do? You could definitely put cows back here.
You try to utilize it. Where are you going?
Where's the gate? Oh. Stay here longer. You're not made for this.
What? I ain't made for shit flying in my ear.
And the kids gave up. We went back home. Ooh, that was fun. So we went back there till we hit water. We went back here till we hit water. Back here, all this is dry except for in that water where the lily pads were. But anyway, that part with the water with the lily pads is the neighbor's side anyway. So we have a good chunk strip of land right here that we could be doing something with. And we have a very large chunk of land back there that we can do something with. All right, just wanted to recap again. So I wanted to show you guys again on the map really up close where we went. So here, this tree, this map is from 2000. Right now we're on 2019. Let me go back. 2020. That tree was actually how it looked before it fell down, but now you can see it fell down. So we walked all the way up to that because we showed you that tree. This is that whole little area where the fence went in. So we own this little section. We walked through here, but a lot of it was water. So we couldn't walk too far into it. But we do have usable land right here. All of this is usable land that we can do something with. There's the fallen tree. But what I believe we walked up to was this darkening right here. Because actually, I imagine we were like right here, maybe right here, where you see this first dark spot. Because when we were standing over there and you could see like the water grasses and you can see that it was clear, no trees. But off in the distance, you could see a line of trees. So we were standing probably right here and you can see a line of trees. But after that line of trees, you can see that it was clear again. So we got pretty close to the main hole. Because you could definitely see all the sunshine. When we were standing here, you can see that up ahead, it was all clear and really bright, especially at this time of day. It was about 5 p.m. So I believe we got today, when we walked all the way up to here to where it started getting a little too wet and we could not walk. I mean, if we would have kept walking, obviously we would have probably drowned in there. It would have got deeper and deeper and sunken in. So unfortunately, there's no way to the left of it, at least at this time of the year. There is no way to just walk to the left of it to try to get closer to this and maybe even past this. There's definitely no way to the right of it because we did try. We went here to where the neighbor's property line is and we walked a little bit. There's usable land here, but past it, that's where the water starts. So all this is water, which is what I expected because you can see the black specks everywhere. And it only gets deeper and deeper till you get to the main creepy, dark, murky water portion. Now, I wanted to show you one more thing that I thought was really cool. When I go back, this is 2020. I'm going to go back 2015. The same property. Now it does change the orientation of it. So now it's showing the top of the property here and the back of the property here. But if I zoom in, you can see that it is dry. It's a light brown color, almost looks like dried up grasses. And let me see if I can go back. This is, okay, I clicked 2008. Okay, this is what I thought was really cool. Back in 2008, this was dry. I can't zoom in too much, but you can clearly see that there's tracks here. Almost like it's probably not a car running through there, but maybe like a four-wheeler or an ATV or something. So this was not all water. It just gets blurrier if I zoom in more. But you can see that there's no water at all. So I'm not sure if it's just the time of the year that this all fills up with water, or it's just maybe climate change, or just over the years everything just turned into more marsh. But this was 2008. This was like crispy dry. For there to be tracks running through it, that means there must have not been any water there. Maybe over the years it just started to get more wet and more wet. And I've had neighbors, over here we have a neighbor that has all marshland right here right now in 2021, and she said when she first moved into that property that was actually all dry before. So I think this is definitely something new that's happening. So look how it looked in 2008, and then fast forward to 2020, it is all dark and murky waters. So I thought that was really interesting, but we are going to go back here again different times of the year. I'm going to try to go back here like every different season. So right now it's summertime. Well, it's middle of spring and summertime, but now that it's summer, it's just going to keep raining and raining. So this is just going to get worse. We're not going to be able to walk through it. So I think we're going to check it out again in the fall time and winter time, and maybe early spring, and see if anything changes, if maybe we can get even farther back here until we hit the really deep water. I think that would be really interesting. But for now, you can definitely see that this expands our property by a lot, because we can use a lot of this land right here, a lot of it. So we can section off and put animals to help clear out. And I think once we start seeing it more cleared out, we can actually see about keeping animals permanently there, or maybe planting something that's good for shade. I definitely don't really want to knock down trees or anything, but I definitely want to use the animals to help us clear that land out and expand our property a little more. It's really unfortunate that I think this is just water for now on. I don't think it's going to change. Like I said, the neighbors here, right here, this is just standing water all year round, where before, just a couple years back, it used to dry up during the dry season, but now we notice that this is all standing water. And because we pass by here, this is the road we take to go home, and that never dries up. So I don't think this, as dark as it looks on camera, why does it keep doing that? I don't see this ever fully drying up. But maybe if in the dry season this all dries up a little more, we can get past this area. So if I am not mistaken, I think this is around the area where we got to, and that's where it started getting very watery. I mean, it's a good thing we didn't keep trying to go, because yeah, that's pretty deep, and that's a pretty big body of water too. I was hoping that we can get around it through here, but all of this is just random little creeks and puddles of water, so we couldn't really get past it. So like I said, we're going to try again, and we're just going to utilize what we can off back there for now. But this was a fun video to do. I know the kids got over it really fast, but I could have kept trying to hike back there. But yeah, we'll continue to share the progress with you guys, and if we decide to stay here for sure, we will show you guys the progress of having the animals clear all that out, and to see what we end up raising back there, or what we end up growing back there as well. I'll see you guys in the next video.